What is up, YouTube, and welcome to a brand new video. And today we're going to be playing out this scenario as if, what if Paul George was traded to the Portland Trailblazers? As you've seen, as you will see, I'm going to add some screenshots maybe now or later in the video of McCollum really pushing to recruit Paul George to the Trailblazers. So what if he teamed up with Dame and McCollum and they kept Nurkic around? How would that go? And I'm also going to be pretty much playing out the Portland's offseason here. It's just going to be a one-season thing. Right now, the Blazers' cap space is terrible. We need to free up some cap because a lot of these guys have unnecessary, just overpaid contracts. So that's what we're going to be doing in this video. So we're going to play out the scenario. So let's just go ahead and get started. Let's go to league meetings. Basically, just going to go through this draft lottery. We should have 3 picks. We don't have. I'll just hire Terry Stotts right back because he's the head coach. Okay, he doesn't want. Okay, does he want? Okay, he comes back. All right, so Terry Stotts, like that. He is a good coach. I don't know why his ratings are so bad on here. We're gonna go to the draft. So this is where we're gonna make the trade for Paul George. We have the 16th and 19th and the 23rd pick. So Paul George is still under contract with the Pacers. So if you're going to make this work, you're going to have to give the Pacers probably some young assets. Like, I don't know, they could include Allen Crabbe in the deal, which would be nice. But they're going to have to include more than Allen Crabbe. They're going to have to include a lot if they're going to try to strike on this deal. Evan Turner too. I think they would have to get. It would be maybe even Myers Leonard. Yeah, and then they're gonna have to This is what's gonna have to happen. They're either gonna have to trade 3 guys maybe or something like that. Pacers probably wouldn't take on some of these contracts, but they might take on Allen Crabbe because I think if he started somewhere, I think he could live up to his contract. But he doesn't start with the Blazers, so maybe the Blazers have to give up 2 first rounders, 2 of their early first rounders, and they get Paul George. I think that's what would have to happen if they were to get Paul George. If they were even have a chance to trade for him, they would have to trade at least 3 or 4 players and young assets, and in the process give them 2 or 3 first round picks. I have trade override on, but I do, so I'm gonna override this decision. As that's the part of the video. Paul George, Lillard, and McCollum. That's the only trade I will override. I'm not really gonna be rebuilding this team in any way. I'm just going to. I already have the starting 5 is gonna be Vonleh, Nurkic, and Paul George, Lillard, and McCollum. So we already have our starting 5. I'm not gonna go to the draft because we have the 23rd pick, and I didn't. Just not really necessary. Player options: Nurkic, Vonleh. Would accept Ezeli, but the Blazers are going to move on from him. I think that the Blazers might bring back Shabazz Napier, and I think they'd bring back Connaughton, so I'm going to give those guys back. Not really. I don't think the Blazers are going to be if they were to make this move, I don't think they're going to be. We could sign Ezeli for the minimum. The Blazers are not interested in him over the summer, but so what is this team looking like? I think they have. Ooh, god damn, they have some low-rated players. Aminu, small forward. Oh my god. Alright, Ed Davis, I know he used to play power forward, so I guess I'll put him at power forward. I'm not going to be, like I said, I'm not going to be rebuilding this team. I'm just going to probably play out the scenario I think they might have. I think already recruiting Paul George would be an amazing thing. I've already done a what-if scenario if Paul George went to the Lakers, so if you want to see that, go ahead and check that out. It's later in the channel. You'd have to find it. I can probably include the link in the description. Mo Harkless, I think is someone that the Blazers would look to keep. He's not bad for the contract he has. Nurkic, Vonleh. If we sign Vestas Ezeli, he could be our backup center. But if we run a 9-man rotation, I'm not really going to. I don't think I'm going to make any moves. We don't even have cap for it anyway. So I'm not going to make any more moves than I just did. I'm just going to skip free agency. I don't know what the Blazers would do. Maybe I'll go and sign like what does this team really need? They don't have a backup shooting guard. They have Harkless, they have Aminu, they have Ed Davis and Vonleh. They don't have a backup shooting guard. Maybe the Blazers go out and sign themselves a veteran shooting guard. Uh, don't know. Lance Stevenson. I don't know who they would go after. It's all up in the air. Maybe they go after John Simmons or something like that. That's probably the only thing I will. Jonathan Simmons. Otto Porter, I think, would be nice in Portland too, to be honest. But yeah, that's the only thing I'm gonna be really doing. I think the Blazers are. I'm not gonna be playing out like what the hell. I'm not gonna be predicting what they're gonna do. This is just a what if scenario. If Paul George were to go to the Portland Trailblazers, as a Blazers fan, I would be happy with this. I think this would help us definitely compete with the Warriors more than what we did in the playoffs, and then. So that's nice. Okay, our power forward position is going to be trash, but that's all right. I'll go to training camps and probably do untapped potential on Vonleh, so he'll be better. Because Vonleh actually, I mean, he's not no most improved candidate at all, but he did improve over the season, I'm not going to lie. So I don't mind him being our starting power forward of the future. I could see him potentially being a double-double guy in the near future. So this is going to be the lineup. Lillard, McCollum, Paul George, Noah Vonleh, Yusuf Nurkic, Mo Harkless, Jonathan Simmons, Ed Davis, and Jason Smith, I guess. I'm actually going to throw those minutes to Shabazz because Jason Smith, I don't see him joining the Blazers anytime soon, I wouldn't think. And, Connaughton could possibly get minutes next year, too, if I don't know. It's kind of up in the air what the Blazers want to do in the offseason at this point. But I think trading for Paul George would be absolutely awesome. If we even have the trade assets for it, I don't know. But let's just see how 2K thinks that Blazers do with Paul George. This is like 3 amazing scores. Plus you have a beast center in Nurkic like that could possibly win most improved player next year if because I don't know, maybe not. Because when he was with the Nuggets, I think he only averaged 8 points, and as soon as he joined us, he averaged 15. So those are boosted numbers. Obviously, he started for us, and he came off the bench. I'm kind of shocked that the Nurkic, do you see what the Nuggets could have had? Like, Nurkic and Jokic, they're both really good. No one knew that Nurkic was that good, but, as soon as he came on to us, he exploded on the scene, and you can't imagine what Nurkic and Jokic could have done if Nurkic played like he did in Portland. But I guess it didn't really work out when they tried that, so that's why he was a big trade candidate, and which makes a ton of sense, to be honest. Nurkic and Jokic both wanted the ball or something, and it just didn't work out. And then the Blazers trading Mason Plumlee, and I am not going to lie to you, I was honestly discouraged and mad, and I didn't think this trade made any sense besides getting the first-round pick. Plumlee, I thought Plumlee was good in Portland, and I had no idea. I thought Nurkic was a bum. I didn't think he was even good at all, to be honest. I didn't really know him that well. Didn't think he was good. And I was just like, okay. At first, I was pissed off. And I'm like, okay, let's give this guy a chance. And I did. And I think the Portland crowd has embraced him. So that is why I'm very happy that the Blazers actually did make that trade. Neil O'Shea strikes again at the trade deadline. Makes a really good trade for Yusuf Nurkic. And it is going to be this future at the center position for the Blazers, and we're wrapping up the season here. It looks like we'll definitely make the playoffs. Can we be a fit? Nah, we ain't. We're 48-34, 4th seed team, so we will have home court advantage in the first series. I don't know who that is. 6th man of the year defensive player, most improved. Let's see anybody on these teams. All NBA. Paul George is on the All NBA second team, and third team. Nope. Okay, so we are facing the Minnesota Timberwolves first. The Timberwolves are the same team. Tyus Jones. And you know what's crazy is the Phoenix Suns are the first seed. The Suns are the first seed in this simulation. So, and then we're going to look at the player stats, of course, and see that Paul George 24, Lillard 21, and McCollum 20. So they all in the 20s, which is awesome scoring for this team. It would be a different dynamic to have Paul George with the Blazers, and that would be awesome. Let's just see how they would do in the playoffs, though. Obviously, this is still 2K though, so 2K simulations can be a little odd, but we just swept the Minnesota Timberwolves in the first round, so that's pretty nice at the beginning. Let's see the closeout game. Damian Lillard 34, Paul George 21, and McCollum with 21, Nurkic with 15. Nice. 13 and 13. Nice. Simmons 8, 8, and 5. Okay, that's pretty nice. We're facing the A-seeded Houston Rockets. I don't know if I would have rather faced the Rockets or the Suns. Harden, Clint Capella. Oof, this team's not. Doesn't look like they're clicking on all cylinders like they are in real life in the playoffs, as they just blew out the Spurs the other day. Going up 2-0 again, 3-0 again, and are we going to get another sweep? We are undefeated in the playoffs so far, and the Warriors, we won't have to meet the Warriors in the playoffs. It's either going to be the Clippers or OKC. I'm cool with either. Simulate current round. And we're facing the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Clippers still can't get out of the second round. That's just so funny to me. That just happened. That just happened. That is really funny. I can't stop laughing. Oh my god, no, that's hella funny. Okay, so this has been a weird simulation. The 4th and the 6th seed make it to the finals. We're facing the Thunder. Westbrook, I don't think that we should have too much trouble besides with Westbrook. I want to see the closeout game here. 26, 22, 14. All right, so not as good numbers as the last game. All right, so they take one. They do. 1-1. 2. Ooh, we are down 3-1. And we get eliminated by the OKC Thunder. So Russell Westbrook is on a mission, it looks like. We were undefeated in the playoffs until that just happened. Clippers still can't get out of the second round, man. Alright, so I'm very happy with this video, how it's gone. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And I'm going to start the thing, we're going to do a question in each video, and then I'll recap the question in the next video I do. So for this question, do you think it's possible that the Portland Trailblazers have the trade assets to trade for Paul George? Do you think that they could do that? And do you think he would fit well with Portland? Let me know in the comments section. But as always, guys, don't forget to subscribe. This is Crushables, and I'm saying peace.